Why is it important to really understand the political nature of what's going on in the agency in terms of the role of the CIO?
From my experience and my understanding, and that's why I say it's different of what happens in the private sector, a public sector CIO is really constrained in some ways. There's a lot of oversights that you have to answer to, and in additionally, there are an administration comes into power for a limited amount of time. So a public CIO has to be aware of those time constraints, and a public CIO has to be able to navigate the desire of the administration to just focus on those things that they want to get done in the term limit that they have, as opposed to something that goes beyond their time limits, because they won't see the value of it. So for instance, we wanted to implement, and I understood the value of implementing an enterprise data warehouse. There was a lot of reasons why I thought that that was important. The administration who was in place at the time saw the time frame that was going to take to implement that, and they said, what do I care? I don't, I'm not going to benefit from this. Nobody's going to pat me on the back for accomplishing this. So why should I be involved in that? So then the public CIO has to be able to demonstrate to the CEO and the business partners, well, there's a longer term value here. There's an opportunity here. And then you have to try and identify some quick wins. Even if it's just the acknowledgement or something, you have to be able to give them something. And then you have to become a better business partner. I think it's really important for the public CIO to be a good business partner with the business entities, because a lot of times some funding sources will come through those business entities, and you will have the opportunity to leverage those funding sources to do something that's long term. Doing equipment replacement and stuff like that, that's easy for a commissioner to understand. But when you say you want to replatform a program that's working, that's currently working, currently giving the administration what they want out of it, but you want to go to a new platform because it's old technology and it's harder to get the resources to maintain that application. Again, if you can't make the business case that shows some value to them, some commissioners do get it. Some commissioners will say, okay, I get that. In this instance, I'll invest that money, even though I'm not going to see the value in that. But for the most part, you have to be able to demonstrate how it's going to be of value to them in the short term. So term limits and the political nature of things, I think, is how a public sector CIO differs from a private sector.